Hello, everyone. Good evening. How are you doing today? Good. Okay. Pardon me while I adjust this a bit. Okay. So the topic of today that we're going to talk about is the idea of leadership and the idea of our natural leadership style. Now, what do I mean by natural leadership style? It means the leadership style that even if nobody teach you what to do or how to do it, right, you will feel very comfortable. You will feel very in flow whenever you use this style to lead. Okay, so before we talk about leadership style, let's talk a bit about what is a leader. Is a leader like a boss, a boss man who tells people what to do, would say, hey, now you do this, you do this, you do this, then I just look at you, right? No, that's not a leader. That's a, I don't know what you call that. That's a tyrant. Okay, but a leader is someone who doesn't tell people what to do. Okay, they have a common goal or a common vision or a common direction, okay, that benefits a group of people. And a leader is someone who tell people, hey, no, why don't we go in this direction together, right? Because I can see a direction that we can all benefit if we go this way, and I will like to help every one of us get there. So a leader is more about helping everyone else in the team and also helping themselves, okay, in order to go in a certain direction. So the direction is the goal. Going the direction is the point. It's not to tell people what to do. It's the and the way to get there is to help everyone in the team to get there, okay, including themselves. So having said that, the reason why there's so there's so many different schools of thought on leadership um, is of course because every one of us is very different. Okay, and what we are comfortable with is very different, and what our strengths are is very different. So when we use a style of leadership that does not leverage on our strengths, and sometimes it even leverage on what we are weak at, like if we are very rational people, then you try to ask us to be the very rah-rah kind of leader, it doesn't work. And the opposite is also true, right? If you are a very passionate kind and you ask us to, be a very rational, logical kind of leader, it doesn't work as well, right? Nobody's convinced. But only when we use our most natural leadership style will we be convincing, will we be in our element, where people feel like, oh, when this person lead, I feel secure and I feel very okay when I follow them. Okay, so having said that, what are the natural leadership styles that people have? Okay, uh, in order to answer this, I'm going to reference some of the different strengths role in this strengths assessment called Standout 2.0. So if you haven't tried out Standout 2.0, don't worry, I'm going to put a link in the comments below at the end of the video, and I'm going to tell you what it's all about. But for now, just sit and listen and see what are the different leadership styles. Okay, so broadly speaking, there are four distinct different leadership styles that each of us can use. Okay, some of us can use one, some of us can use two, uh, and more than two is very rare because it requires us to have a very big spread in our strengths, and that having more than two leadership strengths is not necessarily a good thing. Some people think that, oh, I have three or even four different leadership styles, that's a great thing to have. No, because the less we have, the more that means the more our strengths lie in that direction, and the more specialized our strength, then the bigger the effect that you're going to see on other people, right? So, in fact, the less leadership style you have, the more chance that your leadership is going to be very strong when you follow that style. Okay. So the 4 different leadership styles we're going to talk about is, first, the action. Okay, leaders who focus on action. Second, leaders who focus on passion, the assignment. Third, leaders who focus on emotion, okay, the emotion of a person. And finally, leaders who focus on direction. What's the direction that you want to go? Okay, so let's talk about the action one first. Now, if you took the standout 2.0 strength assessment before, and one of your top 2 strength role happens to be advisor or pioneer or influencer, okay, then you fall under the action-oriented leadership style. Okay, what does action-oriented leadership style feel like? It means they're the kind of do first and figure it out along the way kind of leadership style. Okay, so if we look at it like a battlefield, right, the action-oriented leaders will be the one in front leading the charge. They are like the generals, right? So I don't know how we're going to do this, but I'm going to figure it out, and I will be the one at the front figuring it out. And all of you can just follow me, and we'll figure it out together. Okay, so the way action-oriented leaders lead is they are the ones who try out everything first, okay, and they figure out what works, what doesn't work, what works, what doesn't work, and then everyone else just follows whatever works, right? So they are especially good at opening up new markets or doing things that nobody has ever done before, or starting new projects, initiatives, and so on. That's why a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of startup people tend to be action-oriented leaders, right? Because they act first and then they figure everything out along the way. Okay, this works very well when there's nothing to begin with, and then you need to start something very fast, and you need to figure out things that nobody have ever done before, right? So second, if let's say you are a passion, if one of your top 2 strengths role is connector, okay, or stimulator, okay, then you belong in the passion-oriented leadership style. What is passion-oriented leadership style like? The leaders who lead with passion, who lead with excitement, who lead with fun. So you are with these leaders, right? Their signature trademark is that life is never boring around them, right? So whenever they lead the team, there's always a lot of laughter, a lot of fun, a lot of jokes. Then everybody have a good time together, right? Because the passion-oriented leadership style focus on how to make everyone feel good and excited and fun while reaching a goal, right? So the fun is the point, right? Getting people excited is the point. Getting people have fun is the point, right? So if you have stimulator or you have connector in one of your top 2 strength role, and currently you're leading, your leadership style is a bit like more logical, it's a bit more like very down to earth kind. Maybe consider raising the energy a bit next time you meet your team, like crack a few jokes, right? Try to see how funny you can, how funny you can get and how people will respond. Because you'll be surprised, sometimes when you have these two strength role, you may not think you are funny, but when you try to be funny, sometimes you get surprising results. Okay, so you can try it. Okay, third, if one of your top 2 strength role is teacher, like me, I'm a teacher, or what's the other one? Provider. Okay, so if you are a teacher or provider, then your natural leadership style is based on emotion. Okay, what does it mean? It means that you have a natural gift for sensing the emotional state of people when you are near them. All right, whether you like it, whether you don't like it, you will still sense it. Right, so the difference between stimulator and provider is that stimulator will naturally have this urge that, I want to raise the energy of people. I want you to feel good. Oh, sorry, it's not generator. Teacher and provider. So the difference between teacher and provider is teacher focus on how to help people to grow. Okay, I want you to, whenever I'm with you, I feel like I really like every one of us to grow, okay, so that we can become better than who we are yesterday, right? So that we can reach our goal because we are better now. And provided the way they use their emotion gifts is they can sense when people are not confident, when people are down, when people have all kinds of emotional issues that burden them, right? Then the provider helps the team by helping to give voice to this emotion. They say, oh, I'm feeling like this, I'm feeling like that, you're feeling like this, you're feeling like that, but it's okay, everyone feels like that, So it's okay to feel the way you feel, but if you want tomorrow to be better than today, then you you uh you try your best to get better, and I will always be there to support you. So provider is very good kind of supporting kind of energy, right? So if you are an emotional based leader, then and you don't like to talk about emotion, okay, you don't like to, if you see people feel down or you see people feel scared or lose confidence or whatever, and you don't like to talk about it, then it's a big gift that you're missing out on, right? Because you can naturally sense how they are feeling, and because you can sense it so easily, it's possible to help them to get through whatever uh, emotional barriers that they have to their progress, right? And in my experience, out of the 4 different leadership styles, people are always the most thankful to emotional leaders, emotion-based leaders, right? Because you can, other leaders can make them feel very smart, other people can make them feel very powerful, very quick, but only emotional leaders can make them feel very loved. Okay, so the feeling of being loved is a very powerful emotion that can help people to create a lot of miracles. Okay, to really push past whatever limits that they have to get extraordinary results. So it's something that, if you are emotional based leader, don't waste this gift. Try to use it. Okay, and finally, if one of your top 2 strength role is creator or equalizer, then your natural leadership style is the direction kind of leadership style. Okay, what it means is that you are very thoughtful, you're very analytical, you're very process driven kind of person. Okay, and you have a very strong sense of direction that doesn't come from intuition alone. Okay, it doesn't say that, oh, I have this direction because I just thought of it that way. No. Okay, if you are a creator, you have a very strong sense of direction because you thought of every single thing, every single scenario around a subject, and then you figure out, okay, after I understood the whole situation, I have these unique insights about how I see the whole situation that I think is going to work very well because I understand everything in this situation. I have a very deep understanding of this situation, right? So the conclusions of a creator is very well thought out. That means I have already thought of, it's like, Doctor Strange inside the Avengers Infinity War, where he talk about these 14 million scenarios where he saw in the future, right? A creator is something like that. It's someone who really think through every single thing and find one path, right? That he think that, he come up with after he understand the whole situation. Okay, so it's a very deliberate approach. Like, for example, Steve Jobs, right? He only created the iPhone after he thought through what is lacking with all the other phones in the market right now. Okay, and equalizer. Okay, equalizer. The leadership style is not based on what's the what is the best thing to do. Okay, it's based on what is the right thing to do. Okay, so equalizer have a very strong sense of equality, of fairness, of justice. Okay, they have this natural instinct of what people will find to be fair or not. Okay, so when you are an equalizer leader, and the most important thing for you is to be able to tell what is the right thing to do in any situation, even if it is something that is not to your advantage. Like for example, uh, if you are in negotiation with someone, okay, for some of money for some kind of service, and they want to pay you a lot more money than what this project is usually worth, right? Others may say that, oh yeah, well, it's very good. I feel very lucky. But the equalizer leader will say, maybe in the short term we take this, it will feel good. But long term, when other people figure out that, hey, actually, no, they overpaid for it, they're not going to feel good about it. And next time, maybe there will be less opportunities, right? So I want things to be fair. I want it to be a long-term relationship. I want to make sure that we uphold all our integrity. So I would rather tell the customer that, hey, normally this is the market price. Are you sure you want to pay so much? And then how can we come to a good, uh, a fair arrangement over this, right? So equalizer is someone, if you are an equalizer leader, you're someone who can really earn trust from people because of your sense of justice and fairness and equality. Okay, so as you can see, out of the 4 different natural leadership styles, because we have our top 2 strength role, okay, most of us are strong in just one or at most 2 of this natural leadership style. Okay, and the most important thing is to just pick any one of them and consciously try to grow in that direction. Okay, so if you are an action-oriented leader, the most important thing for you is action. It's not to sit down and think through everything and then waste all your time before you take any sort of action, because all your learning, all your momentum, the reason why people look up to you is all because of the fast action and the fast results that you get. Okay, if you're a passion kind of leader, then don't keep talking about emotion or say, oh, I understand how you feel and all this stuff. Yes, you can also empathize with other people, but your real gift is the gift to fire people up. The gift to make people feel like, oh yes, I can do it today, I can do it today, I can take action right now, right? And if you are an emotion-based leader, then don't keep talking about logic, or the how of doing things. Okay, talk about the why you want to do this, and talk about the feelings of the people in your team. Okay, how are you feeling? Okay, why is it okay to feel this way? Okay, don't go too much into the head. And finally, if you are a direction kind of leader, don't keep talking about I want to act fast, I want to act fast, I want to take action now. Okay, if the if you are a direction based, if you have a direction based leader and you try to act too quickly, what's going to happen is you mess up because you don't have your strategy ready yet. Okay, so if you are an action-oriented leader, you don't have strategy, it's okay because you'll figure it out along the way. It happens naturally for you. But if you are a direction kind of leader, okay, you are a think first, then do later kind of leader, then don't do first. I know a lot of people say, oh, do first. No, think through the possible options first before you execute. Okay, then you will solve yourself a lot of pain, and you'll solve your team a lot of pain going down the wrong avenues. Okay, so I hope this episode has given you some fresh ideas how to see your own natural leadership style. And at this point, if you're kind of wondering, okay, CS, so having said so much, what exactly is my leadership style? Okay, the first thing you have to do is to take the assessment, right? Okay, so this assessment is called Standout 2.0. Okay, it's created by the same researcher who created the world famous Strength Finder Strength Assessment a couple of years earlier. Okay, and what they do is they spend more than 4 years and collected more than 400,000 survey results, and they analyze the data and they group it into 9 different distinct strength roles, where they show you, okay, for each strength role, what is the pattern of behavior that will strengthen and motivate you when you follow them. And last time, you used to have to buy the book, and then at the end of the book, they give you 1 test token to take the assessment, and the book is USD 27.99 on Amazon. But currently, during COVID period, they are giving it away for free, right? So I'm not sure how long they're going to stay for free, because it's a genuine psychology assessment, okay, which is a paid product everywhere else. So I will strongly urge you to just try it out. And after you take the assessment, which is 15 minutes, it will generate a 14-page report for you talking intimately about your top two strength role, as well as your best direction of growth. Okay, so any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. And if not, I will see you in the next video.